But excuse me, this is your life, right? You're the only one who can change it. You can't stand the convictions of Romans, so you turn to be comforted in Psalms. Never understood worship, but loved to sing songs like I Surrender Almost. Because it's far too expensive to spend your life on something that doesn't appeal to your five senses. You want to see, you want to taste, you want to touch. You see, last week we went on a prayer walk at Florida Lake, and during our closing circle, like this homeless guy walked past us, and Sims approached him and said to him, explain to him what we're doing here. We just like to pray for him, right? You know what he told us? Do you see God?
Yeah.
Do you see God? And then I paused, and I'm like, wow. Says, if you don't see God, then why bother praying for me? You see, back then I didn't have the answer, but now I do have the answer.
Come on.
Do you see your heart beating, or do you feel it beating? Do you see happiness, or do you feel happiness? Do you see sadness, or do you feel sadness? Do you see life, or do you live life? See, I serve a living God.
Yeah, come on.
Nowadays, Christianity has become like a Kruger earring. You know, you guys, the Kruger earring. No functional use, but you rock it because it's stylish. No functional use, you just rock it because it's stylish, you see.
True.
Not righteous, but right-ish. You see, now God sees a pile of Ishmaels when he intended for Isaacs. Because it's highly unlikely that you spend all your money before you almost get paid. You see, your parents wouldn't send you to a school that's almost safe. Ladies, you wouldn't date a man who claims he's almost straight, would you? You see, God's standard is like one giant mountain, no middle ground. After all the church services, after all the Sunday school, after all the evening services, he will say to you, I never knew you.
Yes, true.
Because you were almost a Christian, but just not there. You see? So a halfway life is unprofitable to you, because it's unprofitable to you. A filthy personal life, but hey brother, hey sister, God bless you, church personality. Some of you are guilty of that. You don't almost go to jail when you almost blow up a plane. You don't almost go to hell when you almost get saved.
Yeah.
And it's funny, while standing here, some of you are stressing, shaking, sweating. Don't worry, chill, I'm almost done with this section. You see? Now listen to me here. When working for the devil, the minimum wage is death.
Yeah.
When working for the devil, the minimum wage is death. If it wasn't for Jesus Christ, I would have almost got paid. What's your story?
It's good.
Are you almost a Christian, hey? Are you almost yourself? And here's a line that hit me. It hit me. Are you almost alive? What's your story? You see? Silence. Silence, you see? I can teach you how to kill somebody without shooting, stabbing, or choking. Just walk up to somebody who's dying and do this. Walk up to somebody who's dying and do this. It's true what they say, silence is deadly.
It's true.
See, I wasn't the good Samaritan, I was the priest that just passed. And you see, here's the lesson. Death is the equivalent to life when life is unmentioned. So you might as well stop, pull him to the side, look him in the eyes and tell him, I want you to die. And when he's struggling for a word to survive, a word to carry on, just keep your mouth closed. Now that's homicide. Some Christians are so eager to bless me at church, but when I'm struggling with sin, they hold the truth back. They pat me on the back, they tell me something sweet because they don't want to offend me. Too friendly, too friendly. Scripture tells us our tongues hold the power to life and death.
Amen.
So can't we use our words to bring life to somebody else? When we think it, but never speak it. You see, when that happens, death will volunteer itself. So, honestly, right, I'm speaking right here. If I'm not speaking life into you, I'm killing you. And it's true. If I'm not speaking life into you, I'm killing you. What's your story?
Come on.
Are you killing the people around you?
Good.
Are you so embarrassed that it's keeping you silent?
Reach it.
You see, I just matriculated and I did my farewell speech a couple of months ago, but this line for me stuck out the most. Why were you given life if all that you have to show are the characteristics of death? Does anybody know that you're a Christian?
Come on. Come on.
Does anybody even know that you're a Christian? When you go to school or when you go to your job, can anybody tell by your actions that you believe in God? Or can they not tell the difference between between what you believe and the way you act? Because you're always at the club with the drinks up, dancing around, talking about people behind their backs. And when people finally figure out that you're a Christian, they start talking behind your back, and you wonder sometimes why people can't even respect the fact that you're a Christian anymore.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Because you might be the only example that they ever see. And if they can't tell the difference between your wrong and their wrong, then they're not going to follow God's path. Does anybody even know that you're a Christian? Do people even know that the God in you is there? And if not, since when did Jesus become your own personal secret for nobody else to know? Too many people are worried about what the world thinks of them and not worried about saving themselves. What if he decided to listen to the world and not give you the salvation that you received? See, I don't know what's worse. Nobody knowing that I'm a Christian, or the only people knowing that I'm a Christian are the people in my church. Does anybody know that you're a Christian by your actions?
Yeah, come on.
Or does everybody think that you're a Christian because you're acting? Are you letting his light shine through you? And if not, how many more times are you going to deny Jesus before Jesus denies you? There's my car. There's my car. Eddie Ash, your Audi is nothing like that. There's my car, you see. This right here now is not a mathematical problem. It's not a science problem. It's a life problem. Not a mathematical problem, not a science problem. It's a life problem. This car has to travel 100 kilometers. It takes this car 1 hour to travel that 100 kilometers. If this car leaves at 6 o'clock in the morning, what time will it arrive at its next destination?